Formally welcome Noom to our 13th, very lucky number, 13th session of in the series, right? Like you said, 13 is your number, right? So for those who know Noom, you'll get to know him even better as a, we'll get to know his what makes his illustrations and art so unique. For those who don't know Noom, I'll give you a short introduction. Noom, I know him as an artist who joined Sattya. I met him in Sattya, and then after Sattya, he started growing up with his own unique comic style. And he Momo Boya, and a few different characters. He's been quite famous, and he recently is getting quite a fame doing a music video. I'm sure most of the people already watched it. If not, we'll be sharing the link later. Noam, if you could just briefly introduce yourself, your kind of work to the people.
Okay. So my name is Nom Aina, and I go by the artist alias Nozomi, but Nozomi means hope in Japanese, by the way.
All right.
uh, yeah, so basically, I've been drawing for a long time. सानोदेखि drawing गरेको त्यति बेला चाहिँ कमिक्स नै बनाएको थियो भने सुरुमा अनि it all started with fan art सबैजना आर्टिस्ट त्यसरी सुरु नै हुन्छ. And so अहिले चाहिँ yeah, I'm still doing comics and also the side illustrationsहरू पनि गर्दै तर आजकल चाहिँ I'm more inclined to comics बनाउने comics नै गरिरहेको छु. So धेरै त्यस्तो art illustration पनि गरेको छैन क्या मैले. And then like if you're talking about work say I do like commission client based project it's mostly album art covers the music lagi and then I most commonly गरेको चाहिँ storyboarding गराएको छ music video. So yeah, it's with fast factory हुन्छ sometimes advertisements अस्ति भर्खर गरेको चाहिँ कोकको लागि गरिरहेको छ दुईटा एडको लागि गरिरहेको थिएँ कोकको लागि. So yeah, so basically I do storyboarding.
Right. So we come back to your work, Exima. Let us know you personally, because of what I know about you, you were brought up in Singapore, right? Or like tell me your journey till you got to Sattya.
Okay, Singapore I don't know. I was born there in Singapore, so there it's like I spent most of my childhood here. So spending there most of the times like I'm not really into like Nepali stuff or even Nepali because we won't really thought that it's a Nepali class here, but it's more than going again because I was more into my own stuff and when I finished my education, I was like we Singapore like grade 12, 13 it's like primary 6, primary 6, secondary 1 so it's like grade 7 like sec 1, sec 2, sec 3 and so it's up to like 3 subdivisions express, normal and technical. So it's like express is एकदम bright student normal चाहिँ normally भएर technical just needed help. So I was in the normal academics. So express student that's graduated so they only had to do like sec 4 secondary 4 so each secondary is 1 year. So I did not as nobody 5 years going to contest. So after secondary 5 I was like doing my N level taking O level goal. So after my N level I was like planning to go an art school in Singapore, Nanyang School of Fine Arts and then Nanyang or LaSalle Art School and like the was like a bad timing, requirements N level and they required O level to admit and so I stayed another year to do my O levels and tech and my dad retired. So my dad was like a Gorkha, Singapore Police Armed Forces and he retired. So retired, but obviously you can stay there. You have to come back Nepal. So everything, so the plan, but so yeah, they planned the tour after O level. one of the art school to join गर्ने प्लान थियो and then eventually I couldn't stay and त्यति बेला चाहिँ त्यो भिसा पाउने त्यस्तो एकदम like they don't give that much to हामी त्यो त्यही सिङ्गापुर लाउरेहरूको छोराछोरीहरूले दिँदैन है त्यति बेला त्यस्तो त्यस्तो थियो त्यो एकदम स्ट्रिक्ट रुल्स थियो क्या त्यति बेला so I came back and then I did my O levels यही नेपालमै O levels चाहिँ गरेको and त्यति राम्रो पनि गरेन क्या बिकज मेरो कन्सन्ट्रेसन चाहिँ त्यस्तो त्यहाँ थिएन क्या पढ्ने पनि थिएन जस्ट गर्ने आर्ट मात्रै थियो and then म चाहिँ एकदम ग्यापमा बसेँ आफ्टर माई O levels ग्यापमा बसेँ and then eventually me and my friends we started doing this small company called E3 I don't think मान्छेलाई थाहा होला के हो त्यो E3 भनेको so it was a long time back there was this custom spray paint भन्ने एउटा custom spray paint गर्थ्यो क्या हामीले for bikes helmet airbrushing आर्टहरू गर्थ्यो त्यति बेला so we were E3 so first in Nepal भनौँ न त्यति बेला Nepali version of Team My Right without that interior stuff just the exterior design पनि गर्थ्यो त्यति बेला so त्यो चाहिँ I think it lasted quite a long के before त्यति बेला चाहिँ बाइक्सहरू गर्थे and then त्यति बेला चाहिँ लाइक त्यो बाइकको रुल्सहरू चाहिँ एकदम कडा थियो क्या लाइक यु कान्ट इभन चेन्ज कलर त्यो बिल बुकमा चेन्ज गर्ने कलर चेन्ज गर्ने त्यस्तो मोडिफिकेसनको रुल्सहरू कडा थियो होइन सो हामी हाम्रो कम्पनी पनि दर्ता गर्थेन त्यति बेलासम्म and then we switched to mural they on the same company mural गर्थ्यो क्या हामीले so we did a lot of murals and गर्दै गरेर and then the problem was like त्यति बेला चाहिँ बत्ती जानेको थियो क्या एरा थियो क्या एकदम 10 hours 5 hours जाने बत्ती थियो क्या and our equipments चाहिँ our equipments we used like air brushingहरू air gunsहरू चलाउँथ्यो क्या and like we did that required the air compressor क्या हावाखालीले चाहियो नि त अनि त्यहाँ बत्ती छैन भने कामै चल्दैन रहेछ क्या त्यस्तो थियो क्या and then and especially winter season कति बत्ती जान्थ्यो नि त त्यति बेला and winter season चाहिँ we were always down and eventually तीनजना थियो तीनजना पार्ट गऱ्यो आफ्नो आफ्नो बाटो लाग्यो त्यहाँ so once again म फेरि घरमै बसेँ ग्यापमा बसेँ and then ठ्याक्कै नि I don't know I forget कति धेरै नै बस्यो doing my own stuff and बबी दाइले मेसेज गरे क्या मलाई सत्यमा गर्ने हो भनेर अचम्म बबी दाइले मेसेज गर्थ्यो मलाई and then like okay के त गर्छ जस्ट गर्न ट्राई गरौँ न त भन्थ्यो and yeah so eventually I came to Sattya and त्यति बेला म स्टिल त्यस्तो थियो then तर सात्यमा चाहिँ मैले धेरै सिकेँ Sattya was like the one that got me into digital भनौँ न because त्यति बेला मेरो वकम केही थिएन क्या सत्यमा थियो नि त I think सुरज दाइ also knows so welcome to when I used to practice a lot after and that's how my digital journey actually started Satya digital journey that's how I came to Satya
so like in your family koi art background ko थियो कि थिएन were there anyone with the art background
no one so different it's like totally different म चाहिँ आउट सबैजना पिरो खाने म चाहिँ पिरो नखाने त्यस्तो छ
अनि like you were कसैले family मा they didn't force you or हुन्छ नि आर्मी मै जानु पर्छ भनेर त्यस्तो केही त थिएन
no because मैले ट्राई गरेको थिएँ एकचोटि आर्मीको लागि बिकज त्यति बेला चाहिँ एकदम दे वाज लाइक one of my डार्क डेज भनौँ न लाइक त्यति बेला लाइक नो फ्युचर नो पर्सपेक्टिभ केही थिएन त्यति बेला के लाइक अब यति हल्लिरहेछ पढाइ पनि छैन यति घरमा बसिरहेछ अनि जे भए पनि गरिदिउँला नि भन्नु गऱ्यो अनि भएन अनि ड्याडले पनि खास आई डोन्ट नो मेरो ड्याडले पनि भन्दैन होइन आफ्नो उ गर भन्थ्यो त्यही त्यस्तो मात्रै कुरा मात्रै गरिरहेको नि त ट्राई गरेँ लाइक ओके दिस इज नट फर मी भनेर सोच्यो त्यही हो आई इभन ट्राइड कर्नर आर्ट स्कुलमा पनि गएको थिएँ क्या एक्चुअली आई वेन्ट देयर आई स्टडिड फर लाइक त्यही कलरी डिप्लोमा पनि गरेको नि 2 years नै गऱ्यो एन्ड देन आई डिड इन्टर्न इन 6 months अफ इन्टर्न इन अन्नपूर्ण हो त्यति बेला त आई वाज इन रियली सोचिरहेको थिएँ क्या वाइ के पढेको मैले किन यस्तो गरेको के कहाँ लागेको दिस इज नट म होइन गरेको स्टिल त्यति बेला मेरो पर्सपेक्टिभ पनि थिएन एन्ड आई वाज लाइक देन आफ्टर द्याट आई वेन्ट 2 years अब्रड क्रुजमा काम गरेँ नि त अनि क्रुजमा चाहिँ धेरै सोचेँ मैले एकदम मेरो फर्स्ट इयरमा चाहिँ लाइक ओके मैले राम्रो ठिकै यो चुज यही गरेको ठिकै लागिरहेको थियो सेकेन्ड इयर फेरि सेकेन्ड कन्ट्र्याक्ट गरेँ मैले सेकेन्ड कन्ट्र्याक्टमा चाहिँ आई वेन्ट इन्टु लाइक डिप्रेसन भनौँ न एकदम सोचिरहेको थिएँ मैले लाइक यो एम आई गोइङ टु बी डुइङ दिस फर द रेस्ट अफ माई लाइफ भनेर यस्तो कुरा सोचेँ क्या मैले सो एन्ड जस्ट बिफोर 4 to हामी चाहिँ त्यो उसको कन्ट्र्याक्ट चाहिँ 9 months हुन्छ नि त सो आफ्टर 9 months आई कम ब्याक सो लाइक विथिन द लास्ट 4 monthsतिर मैले एकदम सोचेर अनि आई थट अफ लाइक आई जस्ट वान do my stuff. Maybe just minimum get study somewhere, get a bachelor, but at least minimum with a bachelor to degree. So that was the plan. So I save up a lot. So everything in perspective, back to Nepal. So I just so far so good with that.
So when you were in the cruise, art was part of you कि त्यति बेला थिएन? Were you even त्यति बेला के गर्दै गर्दै?
Oh my god, त्यति बेला कस्तो उठ्यो मेरो हात क्या चिलाइरहेको थियो कि त्यति बेला and त्यति बेला I was using this LG phone, Nexus phone, LG Nexus phone के and next like त्यति बेला पेन पनि थिएन पेपर पनि थिएन you can't draw anywhere के पनि थिएन है त्यहाँ चाहिँ क्रुजमा त अनि थियो त थियो लाइक नोट प्याडहरू थियो त्यसो नोट्सहरू लेख्नुको लागि थियो त्यहाँ गर्थ्यो and then I save up and I bought this Galaxy Note 3. I bought the Note 3 के Note 3 मा S Pen हुन्छ नि त अनि त्यही S Pen मा ड्रा गर्दै बस्दै के मैले so there was a little comfort I got
So it did help you in your अलिकति depressed days हरूमा चाहिँ it did help you out.
Yeah, because like it's true when people say like art draw गरेको नि it's a form of meditation नै हुन्छ क्या त्यो एउटा craving नै हुन्छ and I realized that I cannot live without drawing for the rest of my life.
If you were still stuck with the cruise or army join गरे we would not have Momo Boya or Deluded Dreamer. Maybe in different forms हुन्थ्यो होला तर not as it is right now हैन?
Maybe yeah त्यो नि हुन सक्छ तर जे भए पनि I will still draw मैले त्यो सक्दैन थियो त्यो चाहिँ अब मान्छेको आफ्नो सेल्फ हो because when I was assignment गर्दा फेरि नि like I told myself like in 3-4 months हात बन्द गरेर पढाएँ मेरो असाइनमेन्ट गर्दै बस्छु भन्दा बिचमा कस्तो लाग्ने क्या नि बिचमा I had to take a break 1 or 2 hours break गरेर ड्र गर्दै बसेँ क्या गर्ने कुरा भयो कि मेरो एउटा उ नै भयो क्या
So like in your family you're the अलिकति different भयो नि त art background भएकोले हैन so how is your family's reaction अहिले पनि because you are still in the art background art ले नै you are trying to earn your living हैन so family मा चाहिँ कस्तो छ reaction do they tell you to get a real job or त्यस्तो केही छ
No, because not really पहिला भन्थ्यो होला मेबी कुकिङ गर कुकमा गर त्यस्तो get a job भन्थ्यो तर आजकल त त्यति भन्दैन क्या मेबी अलिक ठुलो भइसक्यो होला ऊ बुढो भइसक्यो होला
बुढो भइसक्यो
भनिराख्ने होला he knows what he's doing होला नि त त्यो सोच्यो होला नि त सो त्यही हो I think I give their trust त्यही भएर त्यति पनि के भन्दैन है मलाई त्यही हो
So let's talk a little bit about your Singapore days because we do have asking you to tell something about Singapore days, art, त्यहाँको lifestyle, and how it shaped you. Because we know, like Satyama, we did a Singaporean breakfast party just we had you guys excited about it. So how did Singapore play a role in your art? Style
yeah, because Singapore just like the thing about Singapore is like I got like this a lot of benefits. Like more access to comics, cartoon, TVs, because like usually certain places cable you don't have access to every channel. So like we live in a camp and we had access to almost every channel. So whole day cartoon and comics spotted because there was a national library volunteer. I used to go there get some books after college school we do college school volunteer yeah comics books I used to borrow a lot so yeah I spent a lot of time watching cartoon and comics त्यति बेला चाहिँ त्यही ड्र गर्दै बस्दै क्या मैले all these comics and then when I grew about teenage 16, 17, 18-ish, there was like, your era was like इमो ska punk त्यस्तो grunge खालको era थियो कि त्यति बेला जेनेरेसन त्यहाँ चाहिँ अनि त्यसले पनि मलाई एकदम इन्फ्लुएन्स गरेको होइन तर ड्रइङ एकदम डार्क खालको ग्राफिक खालको इमेज इलस्ट्रेसनहरू गर्थेँ आई थिङ्क सुरज दाइ मोस त्यति बेला त्यो माई आर्ट स्टाइल वाज एकदम डिफ्रेन्ट के पहिला कम्पेयर टु नाउ सो इट्स वाज लाइक एकदम डार्क गर एन्ड त्यस्तो ब्लडी यस्तो के थियो क्या मेरो त्यति बेला त्यस्तो थियो आर्ट स्टाइल त्यस्तो थियो क्या इट्स नट बिकज आई वाज स्याड बिकज आई जस्ट लाइक डुइङ के एन्ड देन गर्दा गर्दा लाइक I mean, that was like how my art style was Singapore हुँदाखेरि before because मैले त्यति बेला आर्ट गर्ने नै रोकेको नि हो कि आर्ट गर्ने नि कमिक्स गर्ने नै रोकेको छ नि त बिकज मेरो त इन्फ्लुएन्स चाहिँ त्यस्तोमा गएको थियो क्या then when I came back here Nepal then things started changing so I can say that in Singapore मेरो art style was like dark god त्यस्तो हेरे पनि कस्तो डरलाग्दो थियो
सिङ्गापुरमा त अगेन है स्क्रिनसट जुम स्पेसल गरिदिने होइन तिम्रो डार्क आर्टको एन्ड अल्सो लाइक सिङ्गापुरमा त म्युरलहरू बनाउने स्ट्रिट आर्ट त नट लिगल नि होइन इट्स भेरी स्ट्रिक्ट आई थिङ्क स्ट्रिक्ट ल छ नि त अब
Yeah, it's quite very एकदम strict छ त्यहाँ त मार्च त पुलिसले समात्यो नि त I think I was like 14, 15, 16 years old मात्र थियो
So we are getting few questions already. Let's see if you can fit. एउटा question चाहिँ त्यो के अरे so let me say the earlier phase was Gorilla's art style phase होइन was that dark goth phase influenced that रे Gorillas हरुको थियो नि त त्यति बेला so
yeah because Gorillas is one of my favorite. I bought the first album. I think it was भक्क निस्किन फेरि म एकदम इन्टु इट भएको थियो डाइरेक्टली I was very in love so I bought the first album the first album Gorillas the self-titled album so I bought it mainly त्यही हो I admit it because of the artwork the art style and त्यस्तै छ क्या फेरि like I actually relate के them it's not exactly the same तर similar concept मा बनाएको थियो कि यिनीहरुको क्यारेक्टर्सहरु yeah Gorillas was a bit influencing yeah
so त्यो बाहेक what are your other influenceहरु चाहिँ के थियो
त्यति बेला चाहिँ मेन चाहिँ कमिक्स थियो so that trio comics I think मैले कुन मेन्सन गर्थ्यो but yeah anyways one was Grandmaster Q भन्ने थियो it's a Chinese comic हो the main character name was La Fuji हो so every dialogue चाहिँ सबै चाइनिजमा हुन्थ्यो तर it's more like a graphic novel still even if you're not Chinese that was one of my influences एकदम funny थियो and now another second was Mr. Kiasu is like a Singaporean manga it's a character of a cheapskate guy the mangas that was my first manga by the way Singaporean manga not and Japanese manga and then the most influence भनेको चाहिँ I think everybody knows Calvin and Hobbes
Calvin and Hobbes
so yeah so that was my favorite I had one of the book in it so I know I say that was like 10 plus years ago to the car I had this so I think still it influenced me now because I like the Deluded Dreamer भन्ने कार्टुन पनि under the heavy influence of Calvin and Hobbes okay so yes
so you're relating your पहिला इन्स्पिरेसनहरु चाहिँ अहिलेको आर्टवर्कहरुमा हैन
yeah because that influenced me a lot to me into book making
so like with course of तिम्रो so you're growing up as an artist हैन बच्चा बेला नि आर्टहरु गर्थ्यौ and now you're taking it as a career so whole idea of making this as a career path चाहिँ कहिले start भयो like you will be earning with this भनेर because I'm sure life मा त you have a lot of dilemma हुन्छ नि त गरेर बेला बिचमा you might have a time where you think this is not going anywhere financially पनि भइरा छैन भनेर हैन and suddenly you get projectहरु where you think okay पैसा कमाउन सक्छु भन्छ and then again after some time फेरि projectहरु आउँदैन नि त so you as an artist when did you decide this as a career
I actually I'm not considering this as a career
I'm
more considering this as just a side thing because career one thing I don't like making career is like if career I don't like working under somebody the same to that and coming to the point because like I don't like drawing when someone tells me what to draw I don't want just to code like अनि क्लाइन्ट बेस्ड वर्कहरू क्या लाइक क्लाइन्टले जे भन्छ त्यो बनाउँदै त्यस्तो बनाउनै मन लाग्दैन बिकज आई रियलाइज त्यो मलाई त्यस्तो गर्नै मन लाग्दैन क्या सो त्यही भएर लाइक आई वान्ट टु डु माई ओन थिङ भनेर एउटा कुरा आयो क्या त्यही भएर सो आई एम लाइक नट होपिङ टु मेक अ करियर टन्न पैसा बनाएर बस्ने कमी आर्टिस्ट भएर त्यस्तो like I just want to do my own thing at my own time at my own pace. That's what I truly enjoy doing it. मलाई चाहिँ आज चाहिँ त्यस्तो लाग्छ क्या like when you all have to do whatever you want, not like so client based job गरेर I mean sometimes त्यो पैसा चाहियो भने yeah sometimes तर yeah so most likely I'm not gonna make it as a career.
So you are still looking at
doing it.
So you're looking at more other like पैसा कमाउने चाहिँ अर्को अरू अप्सन
yeah just get a side job then maybe your art collection I'll do it as my side thing like maybe use it to go like convention मा गएर गर्ने रमाइलो गर्ने के just I would like to do it as my own thing के like client based नगर्ने के त्यो मैले सक्दिनँ रहेछ के त्यो
so what kind of
other people
so what kind of salaried job you're looking at अहिलेको पैसा कमाउने काम चाहिँ के खोजिरहेको
त्यही अहिले जे परिरहेछ त्यो अनुसार anything as long as I can keep myself stable as long as I can get a new laptop new
so this could be a call for donation for Noam ko laptop right? If people would like to donate please do so
yeah please
why not we have Sabrina saying modeling maybe Sabrina is asking modeling may be a good career option on this
No. त्यो that was a one-time thing. त्यो YOLO. Once in a kick bucket list मा त्यो cross out भइसक्यो अब भएन नगर्ने.
Right. So people are asking a lot about Momo Boya. We'll get to Momo Boya cinema because it's one of the biggest chunk of the interview, anyways. So तिम्रो यो काम गर्दाखेरि so how like creative processहरू हुन्छ नि when you are drawing not just Momo Boya but any illustration that you do, be it पहिलाको गथहरू भयो होइन what was the driving force to do those किन यतिकै बसेर म बनाउँछु भन्ने हुन्थ्यो कि अथवा you see an incident or हुन्छ नि what triggers you to draw
okay मैले पहिला भने नि कमिक्स चाहिँ लाइक पहिलादेखि नै गर्ने उ थियो क्या मेरो मैले पहिलादेखि गरिरहेको थियो and then it's like the problem was that मेरो कमिक्स चाहिँ एउटा consistency भएन क्या लाइक एकदम ऱ्यान्डम हुन्छ कहिले कहिले यसको बारे कहिले अर्को बारे लाइक देयर वाज नो मेन क्यारेक्टर एउटा कुनै कन्सिस्टेन्ट क्यारेक्टर पनि थिएन क्या लाइक जे आउँछ त्यही बनाउने क्या त्यस्तो थियो क्या अनि आई वाज लाइक थिङ्किङ मेबी हाउ अबाउट एउटा क्यारेक्टर बनाउने स्टार्ट मेकिङ अबाउट समथिङ मेबी नट एन्टायरली नेपाली बट स्टिल इन समवे इन द ग्रे एरिया त्यस्तो बनाउनु सोचेको नि लाइक मोमो बोया चाहिँ अब कसरी आयो भने अब लाइक कुनै रेस्टुरेन्टमा जस्तो मोमो खाइरहेको थियो अनि सोचिरहेको थियो लाइक अ वियर्ड थट अनि लाइक मान्छेको टाउको मोमो जस्तो भने के हुन्छ होला अनि त्यस्तो सोच्दै बसिदिएँ मैले एन्ड देन वेन होम एन्ड ड्रइङ बनाएँ अनि त्यस्तो गरेँ त्यसरी आयो कि मोमो बोया अनि लाइक it was supposed to start मोमो बोया चाहिँ खास लङ टर्म थिएन क्या प्लान इट वाज लाइक अ फास्ट डुडल कमिक त्यस्तो बनाएँ अनि कमिक अपलोड कता बनाएँ अपलोड त्यस्तो एकदम उ पनि गर्थेन मैले and as time went on बनाउँदा I start actually growing into the character क्या बनाउन आफ्नै इन्ट्रेस्टेड हुने क्या बनाउने इभन स्टोरी टेलिङ गर्दा पनि मलाई पनि यस्तो इन्ट्रेस्ट आयो क्या स्टोरी टेलिङ गर्दा त्यही भएर द्याट्स हाउ अहिले मोमो बोया became a bit more progressive के मेरोमा and yeah त्यही
so like we are in Momo Boya ko kurama already as in person of how much I know you होइन you are अलिकति reserved खालको character हो नि त तिम्रो आफ्नो personally you didn't really speak out a lot you didn't make jokes you didn't make fun होइन then suddenly looking at Momo Boya ko series it's very funny very हुन्छ नि sarcastic छ त्यस्तो छ how is that too contradictory हो कि or is that your hidden character हो कि के हो
त्यसको पर्सनालिटी आई थट अबाउट अ लट या बिकज म पनि बाई नेचर के बाई राइट म आइम एक्चुली इन्ट्रोभर्ट नै हो क्या म खास चाहिँ आइम नट द्याट आउटस्पोकन एकदम साइ नै छ क्या म सो आई अलवेज बिन इन्ट्रोभर्ट त्यति बेला अहिले चाहिँ नट सो मच तर स्टिल नै हो सो द थिङ वाज लाइक हामीले चाहिँ इन्ट्रोभर्ट्स लाइक दे एक्सप्रेस differently when it comes to drawing character. Characters architecture is like more like a personnel that they wish they had one,
Mhm.
and then they wish they had, but they didn't. That's how they like portrayed some someone they want to be, yeah. And that's how Momo Boya personality like. So the personality was like, I want him to be funny, humorous, अलिक ट्यारो पल्टिने अलिक
Mhm.
हिरो फ्लप यस्तो यस्तो गर्ने कोसिस गरेर क्या because actually because sometimes like I wish I was like that as well so maybe people will notice me more भनेर त्यस्तो सोचेँ क्या so
Mhm.
it's like a bit of what I wanted to be भनेर त्यो पर्सनल पनि त्यहीँ राखेको थिएँ क्या मैले
Right.
त्यही हो त्यसको त्यसरी आएको
Interesting. Also, like the name itself, Momo Boya, because now, well, I remember, like Momo Mania, there's a Momo Man. I'm sure you've noticed it.
oh
Momo
yeah I
Man.
don't know
So Momo Mania, there's a character, not character, the mascot one, no? हुन्थ्यो क्या अनि अहिले आएर and then you have your own Momo Boya भनेछ so त्यो was it visually like I'm sure अब तिमीलाई थाहा पनि छैन हैन तिमीले याद गरेको थियौ नि त्यस्तो छैन हैन so how does the name
Momo
itself
Man
Momo Mania मा there
ए
used to be a mannequin
okay I didn't know about Momo Man कहिले सुनेको छैन तर Momo Boya चाहिँ I don't want it I want it to be a kid but like 14 16 years old but a kid a boy भनौँ न so I didn't want him to be an adult because it's more fun to play the character of a boy than this adult. Adult is एकदम mature
Mhm,
हुन्छ you have to do adult jokes so त्यस्तो हाल्नुपर्छ नि त so
mhm,
there's no wittiness funkiness त्यस्तो गर्नु सक्दैन अब गर्न त गर्ने मिल्छ तर the execution level चाहिँ अलिकति चाहिन्छ क्या एक्सप्रेसिभ चाहिन्छ क्या
mhm,
बच्चामा चाहिँ you can actually do this funny weird यस्तो गर्न सकिन्छ क्या that was you can play a lot with that character क्या to at that age तिर प्लेयर मैले चाहिँ बच्चा boy पनि राखेको and then
mhm.
boya is actually how Japanese says boy
Right.
boya भन्छ नि
Uh-huh.
त so mo boy हेर्न त्यही हो
So so नेपाली खाना मोमोले गर्दा पनि इन्स्पायर भएको हो हैन यो
because
so
I want to read त्यही अलिकति नेपाली पनि राख्यौँ भनेर चाहिँ सोचेँ because I realized something नेपालमा चाहिँ if they don't feel anything relevant to them then त्यति हेर्दैन रहेछ क्या मैले त्यो नोटिस
mhm,
गरेँ क्या I mean not everyone majority generally because like if I like example एउटा दुईटा क्यारेक्टर राख्छु होइन इफ आई
mhm,
मैले एउटा क्यारेक्टरलाई चाहिँ नेपाली टोपी मोमो समातेको गऱ्यो भने राख्यो भने अनि अर्को क्यारेक्टर जस्ट यत्तिकै फ्रेन्च फ्राई खाएको नर्मल क्यारेक्टर राख्यो भने चाहिँ आई थिङ्क पिपल इन्ट्राई मोर टु मोमो क्यारेक्टर क्या बिकज
mhm.
नेपाली भनेर एउटा फिल आउँछ क्या
Right.
त्यो चाहिँ मैले बुझेँ क्या बल्ल बुझेँ क्या
Mhm.
त्यही भएर अलिकति
Right. So तिम्रो like यो Momo Boya, the character itself, it's for me. It kind of reminds me of हाम्रो Deadpool हुन्छ नि, not हाम्रो अरूहरूको तर हाम्रो त Momo Boya भइहाल्छ होइन.
yes yes
Deadpool को
yes
vibe आउँछ
yeah
नि
yeah
अलिकति because it's more like Momo Boya doesn't really care हुन्छ नि it's in its own universe can do anything होइन can do stupid things भन्ने छ नि होइन so the whole storyline of because as an artist you are more focused on doing like designing Momo Boya भयो नि त तर now you are seriously considering writing also नि त किनभने स्क्रिप्ट पनि हुनु पर्यो होइन so how do you come up with those scripts because art मात्र गरेर एउटा मात्र पिक्चर सेयर गर्दैन तिमीले you do that series comic style गरेर छ नि त so how do you come up with
हजुर
those scripts
त्यो चाहिँ अलिकति इट्स भेरी डिफिकल्ट आन्सर कसरी आन्सर गर्ने बेसिकली मैले चाहिँ युजली थिङ्क अफ एन एन्डिङ कसरी एन्ड हुन्छ एउटा पन्च लाइन भनौँ न
Mhm,
त्यो चाहिँ मेन हुन्छ क्या एन्ड आई हेभ टु मैले बिचको चाहिँ सोच्दैन सो युजली मैले वेन आई राइट स्क्रिप्ट आई युजली थिङ्क अबाउट स्टार्टिङ एन्ड दि एन्डिङ क्या बिकज
mhm,
एन्डिङ चाहिँ जहिले नै इम्प्रेसन दिन्छ नि त एन्डिङ चाहिँ जहिले पनि क्या
mhm,
इफ यु लाइक इफ यु हेभ नोटिस मेरो यसो कमिक्सहरूमा युजली एन्डिङमा चाहिँ एकदम इम्प्याक्ट खालको पन्च लाइन राख्छु क्या मैले नि सो बेसिकली मैले थिङ्क अबाउट स्क्रिप्ट मैले चाहिँ एन्डिङ सोध्थेँ क्या सुरुमा द स्टार्टिङ स्टार्टिङ चाहिँ सोच्दैन मैले So when
mhm,
I think of an ending, and then when I start how to start the story. Starting story चाहिँ एकदम सजिलो नै छ like you don't have to think that much. It's एकदम सजिलो छ and then gradually you build the story towards the ending. So it's like you're working part by part, but not in a sequential order. You start with the ending, and then you slowly build in the bit like a plot. So that's how I work usually in my script.
So like in your working, your Momo Boya script गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ does writing drive you towards art कि will म यस्तो बनाउँछु भनेर अनि त्यो अनुसार you relate the story? How does it work?
It works more like बनाउँछु ब्याक एन्ड फोर्थ हुन्छ त्यो एउटा 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 थटमा बस्दैन समटाइम्स म यस्तै बनाउँछु नि भनेर सोच्छु समटाइम्स आइम गेट इन्सपायर्ड बाई सम स्टोरिज अनि त्यसलाई इम्प्लिमेन्ट गरेर मैले मोडिफाई गरेर आफ्नो बनाउँछ मोस्ट अफ द टाइम्स त्यत्तिकै बेडमा बसेर पनि सोचेको हुन्छ क्या तर मोस्ट अफ माई टर्म चाहिँ त्यही हो क्या ऱ्यान्डम थट आउँछ नि बिकज आइम अलवेज थिङ्किङ मेरो माइन्ड नै त्यस्तो छ कि फेरि I think like my friends knows me because म त जहिले नि उ गर्छ क्या जोन आउट जोन आउट क्या कन्भर्सेसनमा क्या ग्रुपमा बस्छ होइन बोलिरहेको चाहिँ म चाहिँ यस्तो गरेर हेरिरहेको हुन्छ क्या सो माइन्ड चाहिँ जोन आउट भइरहेको हुन्छ क्या आई थिङ्क माई फ्रेन्ड्स नोज मी त्यति गर्छ क्या त्यस्तो हुँदैछ सोचिरहेको हुन्छ म चाहिँ
So अहिले कन्भर्सेसनमा पनि if you do that we'll know that you are zoning out, you are thinking of a script.
Yeah, त थाहा हुन्छ.
We have few questions हैन photo खिचुवाले चाहिँ is asking where do you plan to take Momo Boya towards? मोमो बाड्दै हिँड्ने सुपर हिरो केटीएम को बाटोमा देख्न पाइन्छ अरे
अब is anyone here willing to do cosplay? त्यो त गर्न सकिन्छ नि पाइ भइहाल्छ नि मिलिहाल्छ त्यस्तो गर्ने त
So what's your plan for Momo Boya? Like, is it just going to be a comic strip or what's the plan?
मेरो खास intentionally एउटा राम्रोले बनाएर कमिक्स बनाएर या अहिलेको चाहिँ कमिक्स नै अहिलेको अनलाइन नै हुन्छ खास मेरो प्लान चाहिँ एउटा राम्रो कमिक्स बनाएर प्रिन्ट आउट गर्ने सोचेको बट नेपालमा चाहिँ एकदम गाह्रो छ बिकज लाइक यु हेभ टु गेट अ पब्लिसर एभ्रिथिङ होइन आफै नै गर्ने मिल्छ बट इट्स टु एक्सपेन्सिभ क्या आफै गर्ने क्या प्रिन्टिङ कस्ट बुक बनाउनु एकदम महँगो छ क्या त्यही भएर मैले चाहिँ अहिले बुक बनाउनै छोडेको सो आई विल हेभ द्याट सो फर नाउ अहिले चाहिँ अनलाइन बेस नै गरिरहेको छु मेबी अब समवेयर along the line of kata bhayo or the opportunity I haven't gotten money but for now
so it's
I'm
going
just
to be
doing this
so it's not going to be series type na bhayekana one full like a comic book nai huna you're thinking of that ki while just like you have sense and story or collect compilation garna आटेको कि like full on comic है
पहिला या हैन अहिले चाहिँ मैले सिरिज नै बनाएको हो cuz पहिला चाहिँ एभ्री एपिसोड चाहिँ डिफरेन्ट स्टोरी हुन्थ्यो के that was like season 1 season 2 मैले त्यस्तो गर्थेँ and season 3 मा चाहिँ like I was thinking maybe try a different route to try गरौँ भनेर सोचेँ थियो that's why like मेरो season 3 चाहिँ अर्कै छ क्या डिफरेन्ट छ compared to 1 and 2 it's like more one picture a lot of panels and then I thought of like doing a continuous series episode after episode त्यही गर्न सोचेको so अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ yeah I'm doing this continuous series for now.
Okay. So we have here a question and compliment from Prasuna Dongul, our previous guest. She writes, hi Nozomi, love your work. Are you into 3D animations as well? I think you'll be amazing at it. Keep up the good work, Vanessa. So are you into 3D and animation?
Also, thank you. Okay, 3D, I thought about it, but I try and got it here. But one thing I realized is 3D ma say, like, you spend more time using your mouse click than your drawing. And so it's more like I don't feel like I'm drawing anything here because mouse you have to shape mold like blender you have to shape some, so most of your entire project with the mouse instead of a drawing tab. So I don't think I'll be going into 3D so because one I still need that drawing feel, the aesthetic feel, the traditional stuff there. They were a 3D I don't think I'll be going.
And also your character itself is so famous that you get fan art right around a fan art like the fans of your do their version of the character so I'm sure 3D बनाउनेहरु पनि there are fan I'm sure they're working on the 3D version of it for you so we have Rubita ko 3 questions but duita ko you've already answered I'll just ask the third one she writes and now that you have built the character is it hard to keep going Momo Boya?
No, actually, like my thing it is so no. The only thing is like character management. You only have to follow up, keep making up stories. The script, if you're talking about script wise, yeah, a bit difficult because you can सधैँ राम्रो स्टोरी लाइन भइराख्न सक्दैन नि त त्यो त्यो चाहिँ तर क्यारेक्टर वाइजमा चाहिँ इट्स नट लाइक के अरे यस्तो डिफिकल्टी पनि हुँदैन बिकज यु हेभ दिस थिङ कल क्यारेक्टर डेभलपमेन्ट त्यो पनि म आई विस म त भरे देखाइदिन्छु त्यो भइराखेको हुन्छ एभ्री टाइम यु डुइङ एउटा एभ्री टाइम यु मेक अ क्यारेक्टर त्यसको डेभलपमेन्ट चाहिँ भइरहेको छ क्या सो क्यारेक्टर डेभलपमेन्ट वाइजमा चाहिँ या इट्स नट द्याट हार्ड बट इट्स अ प्रोग्रेस that you might improve over time. But if you're talking about script writing, yeah, story that's a bit challenging.
So would you be open, let's say if there's any writer, you know, I don't know, you more or less like that's a story, I think Momo Boya fit huncha bhane, would you be up for doing their story with your character?
त्यो चाहिँ to a certain extent, not because I don't want to होइन क्या मन पर्दैन नगर्ने भने बिकज एउटा इस्यु हुन्छ क्या लाइक कपिराइटहरू हुन्छ एउटा अनि लाइक अनि सेकेन्डली मेरो चाहिँ लाइक आई वान्ट टु डु लाइक मेरो आफ्नो ओन के बिकज इफ आइम डुइङ समबडी स्टोरी इभन त राम्रो भए पनि मलाई कस्तो मजा आउँदैन क्या यो होइन नट सेइङ द स्टोरी इज नराम्रो त्यस्तो भन्ने खोजेको होइन क्या लाइक आई फिल लाइक मलाई अरूको काम गरेको जस्तो लाग्छ कि मलाई द्याट्स द होल वाइ द होल रिजन आई सेइङ लाइक मलाई करियर बनाउने मन लाग्दैन क्या त्यही भएर
another question about the publishing and collaborating there is an organization who print comic books in Nepal called Otaku Next. They help publish and distribute comics. Are you open to collaboration if this kind of organization want to collaborate?
Yeah, I could use that. I don't mind that because मलाई पनि पढ्न सोधिरहेको थिएँ क्या पब्लिसको लागि नि I was like okay तर अहिलेको चाहिँ maybe not so because like मेरो त्यति राम्रो पनि के छैन बिकज मैले दुईटा पब्लिस गरेको थिएँ क्या I'm not satisfied with that. Talking about Momo Boya, maybe Deluded Dreamer चाहिँ maybe गर्छु होला या तर नेपालमा चाहिँ I don't feel like त्यस्तो चल्दैन जस्तो लाग्छ बुक्सहरू इभन त I'm not सबैजनालाई होइन बिकज मोस्ट अफ द टाइम बुक किन्नेहरू चाहिँ एउटा ऊ चाहिँ छैन क्या त्यो लभ
ट्रेडिसन टाइप
कलेक्टिङ ट्रेडिसन छैन क्या बिकज अनलाइन पाउँछ कि किनिराख्छ हुन्छ नि त्यो नेपाली एउटा हुन्छ नि पिन्दिनहरू त्यस्तो छ क्या त्यही भएर
we have another question. Galaxy Note 3, interesting name. Is Momo Boya the next? Is the best thing that has happened to you?
Yes, as for now, yes. Because the character it like drives me into more writing more comics. एकदम मलाई influence the character itself पनि मलाई धेरै influence गरेछ क्या. Like I found myself like wearing orange color. Orange is my favorite color. Somehow, कहाँबाट के त्यो orange मन पर्न थालिसक्यो मलाई. So yeah, Momo Boya चाहिँ एकदम मलाई उनी गरेछ क्या. Like personally change पनि गरेर आएको क्या.
We are getting interesting questions now. Tinted Canvas, let's say, what inspires your Momo Boya stories?
I thought one more say that. It's like script writing just like you have to like randomly think about your story. Or inspired, I was sometimes cartoons. I was always watch cartoons by the way. Then there are ideas in the just make them a cartoon modern inspired. So sometimes just the random imagination you one cost and I go back to my drawing board, storyboard banan also. And then if I like it, I do it. If I don't like it, cross out.
Because I think episode 4 Momo Boya was quite a different approach. I don't know if you remember episode 4 of your Momo Boya series. If you don't, it features me. It features me. So that was inspiration. That was forced inspiration. So people, if you want to check Gnome's story, go to his Facebook page. Then the Adventures of Momo Boya, and definitely look out for episode 4. That's the best story yet. So we have okay. So we're going more into questions. So people on Facebook and Zoom, if you have any questions regarding Gnome and Momo Boya, please write, and we'll get to them soon. So casual artists, let's say, what advice would you give to someone who wants to create their own character? Like major points to consider while creating a character.
Okay, so when you're drawing, making a character, don't over expect yourself. Okay, one thing I understand that a lot of new artists will answer me, like when they started drawing, learning drawing, let's say like they try to like compare, let's say like reference later draw wasn't that they're learning like it, coloring everything and anatomy बनाउने यस्तो मान्छे बनाउने त्यही हेरेर सिक्छ नि त and मैले चाहिँ एडभाइस भन्छु कि like त्यो गर्दा चाहिँ for learning yeah it's cool like कसरी बनाउने त्यो त गर्दा हुन्छ तर if you want to make your own character don't expect like compare चाहिँ नगरे कहिले नि like यस्तो होस् यो मान्छेको जस्तो another artistको जस्तो drawing होस् भन्ने त्यस्तो compare नगरे क्या because like being an artist, you have to create your own style. Okay? You have to create your own characters. Okay? It doesn't right wrong भन्ने कुरा पनि छैन क्या. It doesn't have to be a very well drawn character or everything. Okay? Like so wacky, edgy character, but it's still your own style. Okay? So it's like go for your own art style. Okay? Because this is what art style भनौँ न. Because I find a lot of नयाँ artists who like उनीहरूले त्यो एकदम सिमिलर बनाउन ट्राई गर्छ क्या अनि भएन भन्छ क्या सोध्छ क्या आफ्नो आफूलाई त्यो अरू आर्टिस्टको वर्क कम्पेयर गरेर त्यस्तो लेभलमा जान्छु भनेर सोचिरहेको हुन्छ क्या बिकज लाइक इफ यु लाइक अरू यो इन्स्टाग्राममा छ नि त यस्तो कमिक्सहरू ऱ्यान्डम यस्तो पपुलर आर्टिस्ट कमिक्सहरू हेऱ्यो भने यु नोटिस लाइक यिनीहरूको त्यस्तो व्याकी एकदम पानी यस्तो जेपाटे ड्रइङ छ कि यिनीहरूको त्यो पनि स्टिल राम्रो छ क्या जस्तो लाइक हाइपर रियलिजम आर्ट कस्तो दामी पाराले एनाटोमी बनाएको एनाटोमी करेक्ट बडिजहरू त्यस्तो छैन क्या जस्ट त्यस्तो भयो भने स्टिल इट्स राम्रो क्या एन्ड द्याट वाट डिफाइन्स देम क्या सो लाइक डोन्ट कम्पेयर टु मच लाइक जस्ट डु वाट यु फिल लाइक डुइङ एन्ड देन यो चाहिँ अब क्यारेक्टरको डेभलपमेन्ट ओभर टाइम यो तिम्रो क्यारेक्टर चाहिँ आफै डेभलप हुन्छ क्या म चाहिँ एकदम भरे एक्जाम्पल देखाउँछु
So with the same casual artist question, is adding more casual artists again. Suppose you have like, how do you find that art style? And suppose you have the art skill, but how do you zone into a certain style?
How do I zone into a certain style? This all depends. Like I said, like first of all, stop referencing, stop copying. Do your own thing. After got again, like try to draw something without looking. Okay? Because तिमीले हेऱ्यो भने चाहिँ तिमीले रेफरेन्स माइन्डसेट नै त्यस्तो बनाउन सेम बनाउन ट्राई गर्छ क्या लाइक मैले चाहिँ अहिले आई हेभ नेभर रेफरेन्स एनिथिङ दिस इज वाइ लाइक आई डोन्ट डु फ्यान आर्ट्स त्यस्तो बनाउँदैन क्या मैले आई हार्डली डु फ्यान आर्ट्स मैले रेफरेन्सिङ पनि गर्दैन क्या ओन्ली थिङ मलाई रेफरेन्सिङ चाहियो भने लाइक इफ आई डोन्ट नो वाट दिस इमेज लुक्स लाइक ट्याप वाटर लाइक ब्यारल टोइलेट कस्तो देख्छ त्यस्तो मात्रै हेर्ने मतलब चाहिँ गर्दैन त मैले आफै बनाउँछु क्या एन्ड देन कलर वाइज पनि रेफरेन्स मात्रै गर्छु क्या सो लाइक ट्राई टु अभोइड रेफरेन्सिङ क्या त्यसरी चाहिँ यु नो वाट यर आर्ट स्टाइल इज रियली अबाउट क्या
I think that kind of answers alikati tricky नै छ the whole point of finding your style भन्ने हैन and I think with time you kind of grow into it and you perfect it. Momo Boya ki kura garदाखेरि we have Uma asking Momo Boya's age, any specific age Momo Boya is at now?
He's supposed to be 16 when I draw him. Kati bhai 2 years bhaya, it's like
still 16.
Yeah, he's forever 16 by the way. Momo Boya, he never age. He's still a boy.
So another thing actually to that. So one question that popped into my mind when you were doing Momo Boya is you're introducing new characters, like your villains on and you're introducing new character garra. Are you planning on your own personal Marvel universe type of design garra? What is the plan with the new introductions?
Oh, this like it's like not bad news, but it's lot of work and you have to draw a lot of characters. But for now, I like a small scale because it's not really fun drawing a lot of characters in a comic. By the way, not to mention background पनि draw गर्ने पर्छ the comics draw the comics is really hard work okay? So people who don't appreciate comics अलि appreciate गर like पनि गर एउटा
अलि
comic
follow
बनाउन
पनि
एकदम
गर
गाह्रो छ follow पनि गर like it takes a lot of time drawing a comics हेर्दा हेर्दा सोच्छ 5 minutes मात्रै हेर्छ होला अनि next जान्छ होला
right
so त्यही हो so अहिलेको चाहिँ just अहिले small scale मा काम गरिरहेको छु because it's still like it's still new for me too because I don't know where I should go with it. So direction पनि राम्ररी clear भएको छैन मलाई. I'm just working for now in this small scale. There you go.
So what's your average time एउटा strip एउटा comics बनाउनलाई हैन like the full 4 frames भनौं न how much time do you normally take?
It depends on coloring and कतिवटा त्यो background हुन्छ कि हुँदैन त्यो त्यही हो if like averagely मैले one day मा सकाउँछु एउटा 4 panel त्यो मेरो जस्तो Deluded Dreamer जस्तो 4 panel चाहिँ one day मा सकाइदिन्छु मैले like 2, 3, 4 hours maybe I don't know depends त्यो coloring कति coloring हुन्छ then कतिको characters बनाउनु पर्छ and then also एउटा story चाहिँ मसँग फिक्स छ कि छैन because कहिले कहिले म बिचमै चेन्ज गर्छु क्या इम्प्रोभाइज गर्छु नि त मैले बनाइरहेको चाहिँ ड्राफ्टमा यस्तो हुन्छ स्टोरी लाइन अनि बिचमा बनाउँदा मैले चेन्ज गर्छु क्या so yeah आफ्नो त्यही हो
so I think Momo Boya is your some of the popular Momo Boya भइराछ नि त हैन like everybody is referencing like फेयरहरुमा नि Momo Boya भइरा हुन्छ but there's another whole different series called Deluded Dreamer नि हैन what's that about त्यो चाहिँ के हो
Deluded Dreamer मैले like I said before त्यो चाहिँ it's like heavily influenced by Calvin and Hobbes it's actually started as for a small boy like a lot of unexpected things happening to him in like he's just trying to be normal and यस्तो भयो like के हो के भएको छ like he's just trying to live his life and then but things like that still keep happening to him it's त्यो कन्सेप्टमा चाहिँ मैले सुरु गर्दै क्या and then certain times चाहिँ like मैले त्यो Deluded Dreamer चाहिँ मैले के सोचेँ I want to emphasize certain things एकदम exaggerate गर्ने क्या कुनै कुनै सिचुएसनहरु चाहिँ धेरै एक्जरेट गरेर त्यो exaggeration implement गर्नको लागि मैले त्यो कमिक्स निकालेको क्या It was a lot of fun.
And also Deluded Dreamer is kind of you as a person, you know? You were mentioning it earlier also. Is it kind of reflecting?
Like, कस्तो funny लाग्छ मलाई like मैले बनाएपछि a lot of people thought that person was actually me and how I look like and then धेरै मान्छेले सोचे म I'm just सानो कुन kid बच्चाले comic बनाइरहेको सोचेको के and actually an older person behind doing comics मैले चाहिँ some 14 years old doing comics सोचेको नि धेरै जनाले चाहिँ मलाई भाइ भन्छ के
actually you're dying to many people हैन
yeah actually like dying so many people saying bye again because they thought that just so सानो बच्चा छ हैन and they thought that was me के and then I had to clear the air out this is just my depiction of my thoughts, my expression, this one that does not entirely represent who I am. So a lot of misunderstanding was.
Right. Like Deluded Dreamer, like I think you posted it yesterday of the guy going out to drink coffee because the weather was nice and it's very relatable, you so like those little moments we can kind of take it miss garcha ni ta as in bhairach hamlai but when we see that in comic form we get that yeah exactly malai ni त्यही भएको थियो भन्ने भइराछ नि हैन so do people reach out to you and like कस्तो छ मान्छेहरुको reaction with your comics and how you relate to them like कतिवटा कुराहरु comic मा when you make it it's like exactly मलाई नि यही भएको थियो भन्ने भइरा हुन्छ नि त so what's the people's reaction
it's like actually एकदम positive भएको because many message नै गर्छ like एकदम related छ भने thanks for like expressing this because हामीलाई पनि एक्सप्रेस गर्ने आएन तपाईले राम्ररी एक्सप्रेस गर्न सकेछ भनेर त्यस्तो आउँछ के धेरै जस्तो कमिक्सहरु and then that's actually quite एकदम पोजिटिभ नै भनौं न so yeah because most of this Deluded Dreamer को चाहिँ मेरो कमिक्स चाहिँ Deluded Dreamer चाहिँ it's most from based on my experience नै हुन्छ के not all but most of them सानो experience हुन्छ then I just exaggerate it अलिकति emphasize गर्ने त्यो इन्टेक राख्नको लागि so yeah I think a lot of people could relate because it's mostly based on my experience as well.
So because of Momo Boya, Deluded Dreamer, your work like that, you're also getting these gigs on different event or money, you are doing a lot of art related work, you know. Previously you used to sell after sticker bechira huन्थ्यो, but now you have started doing live caricature painting पनि गरिरहेछ नि. So how did you come up with that idea of live caricature?
Live caricature चाहिँ पहिला it was like an old idea नै थियो. Just like मैले अहिले सोचे like nobody नेपालमा कसैले पनि गरेको छैन, अनि त्यति बेला मेरो आर्ट पनि थिएन कि, म स्टिल एकदम shy थिएँ के. त्यस्तो अगाडि बस्न एकदम nervous, and then like most of the artists are not used to someone looking at them while they're drawing. And then मैले यस्तो सोचिरहेको थिएँ कि okay, नेपालमा छैन, maybe if I can like bring this kind of concept to here and then let this हाम्रो यही नेपालीहरूलाई एक्सपिरियन्स गर्ने कस्तो हुन्छ भनेर लाइफ आर्ट भनेर त्यो थटमा नि मैले सोचिरहेको, लाइक ब्रिङ द एक्सपिरियन्स टु देम भनेर क्या. त्यो पनि लाइक टु वे स्ट्रिट हुन्छ नि, मलाई पनि एक्सपिरियन्स हुन्छ, उहाँ त्यो अडियन्सहरूलाई पनि एक्सपिरियन्स हुन्छ नि कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ लाइफ क्यारेक्टर गर्दाखेरि. सो या गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ लाइक बिफोर आई वाज लाइक अ बिट हेजिटेन्ट, अलिकति नर्भस नै थिएँ क्या. लाइक when I the first गरेको चाहिँ मैले त्यही कमिकनमा गरेको हो, and then the night before म एकदम नर्भस थिएँ क्या. and like I did a numerous self practice, मैले आफै कम्प्युटरमा हेरेर बनाउने ट्राई गरेर, लाइक त्यस्तो त गर्दा गर्दा I can do it के. but I'm not sure people हेरेर मान्छेले हेरेर गर्न सक्दै सक्दैन भनेर. त्यो त्यस्तो सिचुएसन चाहिँ अर्कै फिल हुन्छ. लाइक एक्चुअली त्यस्तै नै थियो क्या, एकदम नर्भस थियो क्या. and like somewhere along the line गर्दा like I have this habit of draw गर्दाखेरि म एकदम जोन आउट हुँदै ड्रइङमा ध्यान दिन्छु. I don't even know people मान्छे त छ कि छैन, मलाई ख्या गर्दैन के. बनाउँदा and like I got used to it, the crowd को सँग used to भयो क्या. and I like, yeah, I'm good actually. I experience it.
Right. So like you said, art बनाउन is very pressurizing काम हो नि हैन. Like you have to deliver something, but again you live event मा त you have to give that painting right away to the customer हुन्छ नि त्यो मान्छेहरुलाई. So pressure त एकदम हुन्छ होला नि त हैन. So how do you deal with those kind of pressure? And also continuous drawing. अब art market मा त I don't know, it goes on for 2-3 hours, and people who sit in like I don't see you taking break. So how do you keep going?
कमिकनमा 8 hours गरेको दाइ.
8 hours.
11 देखि 6 बजेसम्म 7 बजेसम्म होला आई थिंक. नो ब्रेक.
So how do you do it?
Pressure चाहिँ आई थिंक लाइक त्यस्तो प्रेसर हुँदैन. इट्स मोर लाइक मेबी प्रेसर चाहिँ तिम्रो पोस्चरमा हुन्छ, बस्ने ढाड दुख्छ नि त. लाइक यो बस्ने ब्रेक नै लिनै पर्छ, त्यसो मैले बुझ्यो. मेन त इफ यु आर टकिङ अबाउट बिङ क्रिएटिभ अन द स्पट इटसेल्फ, त्यो चाहिँ या त्यो त चाहिन्छ बिकज लट अफ पिपल थिङ्क द्याट आर्टिस्ट भनेको चाहिँ यु हेभ टु ड्र रियली गुड, एउटा स्टोरी थिङ्किङ राम्रो, एकदम क्रिएटिभ हुने, बेसिकली क्रिएटिभिटी हुनैपर्छ भन्ने एउटा एस्पेक्ट हुनैपर्छ भन्ने सोच्छ क्या बिङ एन आर्टिस्ट. आई एग्री, बट मेरो लागि चाहिँ नम्बर 1 एस्पेक्ट फर एन आर्टिस्ट टु हेभ इम्प्रोभाइजेसन क्या. on the spot you have to think of something, like blank paper you have to know, like draw halfway you have to draw something else. Even if you like drawing with an ink they draw or something, you can erase that. And if you made a mistake, you have to improvise here. You have to do something about that mistake. The mistake that is to go over and okay. So for me, like as an artist, number 1 skill is to have an improvisation skill. Okay.
Right. So among those talent that you have, we have casual artists asking, what is the secret to your eternal youth?
Don't smoke, don't drink.
Right? Don't smoke, don't drink. Right? And I think I ate up Sabrina's question about live art. She was also asking the same question, Reza. So we have other Deluded Dreamer comic strip related or a question from Stornima. How do you decide or realize that this experience could be an interesting as a comic? How do you decide?
They like when I started Deluded Dreamer, like मलाई चाहिँ एकदम story, I like doing storytelling भनौँ न, not like बाजे बजे जस्तो story भन्नु त्यस्तो कहानी त्यस्तो not that. Okay, I like to be more एकदम expressive part क्या. So like the only way was through comics, which was idealistically for me. एकदम you can draw, can be exaggerate, एकदम you can show like मान्छेलाई चाहिँ visually हेर्दाखेरि they can absorb more understanding of what your story like like novel पढेको जस्तो भन्यो भने that's one of the reason like Deluded Dreamer चाहिँ मैले त्यही गर्न खोजेको and because like I always wanted to have my own story maybe like somewhere along the line मैले पनि सोचिरहेको थिएँ I wanted to be a director मेरो own short story movie बनाउने त्यस्तो पनि सोचिरहेको थिएँ मैले so yeah अनि त्यति बेला चाहिँ मैले अलिकति गर्न पाएँ त्यो फर्स्ट फ्याक्ट्रीमा गर्दाखेरि storyboard गर्दाखेरि like मेरो साथी छ नि त हिमाल like he and I sat down together and he had this एउटा story नै थियो and like मलाई he was like asking for help के like maybe कसरी गर्ने राम्रो बनाउने भन्छ नि he and I sat down and मैले सबै भनेको नि त like he and I sat down we discussed I gave him my idea like कस्तो गर्दै के हुन्छ like after this के गर्ने so we had this very healthy discussion भनौँ न त्यो story building को लागि so it was like actually really fun. So that's what I enjoy, like storytelling.
So before we get to your storyboarding kura, I just wanted to let people on Zoom and Facebook know that Noam is going to give away stickers that he has. So please DM us your name, email, phone number, and then after lockdown, we'll figure out a way to have those stickers reach to you. And also for Zoom special, we have one of the comics I think he's going to give away, which is somewhere behind his chair or under his bed. So he's also going to give away one of his comics. So Zoom please stick around because after party we'll talk about who's going to get the comic book from Noam once the lockdown opens. Facebook they can write DM us your name, email, phone number, and then we'll figure out a way to reach. Shaili, you're in Birganj, so we'll see how we can send that to you as well. So let's talk about your storyboarding thing, right? Because normally Nepalma storyboarding is seriously लिँदैन or people even might not know what storyboarding is. So would you like to explain?
Okay, storyboarding there's like two ways of doing storyboarding. One, like you're involved in script writing, and storyboarding basically scripting पनि गर्ने पर्ने storyboarding गर्ने पर्ने. Secondly you're just doing storyboarding like all the ideas लिएर just visually story illustration बनाउने के. So there's two things. Basically what storyboarding is like, it's a draft concept of how this movie or advertisement or music video is going to be. And storyboarding a visual illustration of a music video in frame by frame, not and stop the frame and just main event बनाउने के. So that's what storyboarding usually is. It's really clear the director, camera like what's going to happen next, because like they don't have time to read your script, the word they action so like it's more easier to look at an illustration like what happens next. So that's the thing about storyboarding.
So what are some of the projects you've storyboarded?
First underside ko gareko मैले गाइदेमा, and there was another one the second music video underside ko नि हो. And then 4 5 or धेरै थियो first बाट गरेको थिएँ मैले. Even the recent one not mine, that मेरो भन्दा अगाडि त्यो एउटा बना के भन्ने थियो के त्यो म्युजिक भिडियो हो त्यो गरेको थियो. Basically music video चाहिँ फर्स्ट धेरै गर्थेँ मैले, a lot of मैले बिर्सिसकेँ के गर्थेँ. And then ad को चाहिँ मैले कोकको लागि गरेको थिएँ for two of them. one चाहिँ त्यो सम्रागी भएको अनि one अर्को चाहिँ त्यो नाम पनि बिर्सिसकेँ मलाई. इन्स्टाग्राम इन्फ्लुएन्सरको नामहरू थाहा छैन मलाई. रिसेन्ट वाला त्यो नाचेर पोस्ट गरेको त्यो चाहिँ दुईटा गरेको थिएँ मैले. So yeah.
So do you think storyboarding is a good career options नेपालमा अहिले, like कस्तो छ?
No, like full time like reliant job भनेको लागि चाहिँ नगर. It's not that, because like एकदम demanding हुन्छ because direct like if most of the time हैन डाइरेक्टरहरु चाहिँ कस्तो खालको डाइरेक्टर हुन्छ नि, like they don't understand art त्यस्तो के त्यस्तो गर्दैन के, like तिम्रो भ्यूजहरु बुझ्दैन के यिनीहरुले. And then you have a lot of time trouble in explaining, going back and forth यस्तो हुन्छ. Even though यिनीहरुले यो गर भने like you have to do गर्ने but I mean like पैसा वाइज पनि त्यस्तो धेरै हुँदैन है, because like storyboarding मा चाहिँ मनी वाइज कुरा गऱ्यो भने चाहिँ त्यस्तो धेरै आउँदैन
I think that answers
फन त फन
Galaxy
हुन्छ
Note
तर
3. Galaxy Note 3 is asking, did they pay you well for the works that you did?
some depends ekdam it's like a freelance because it's a freelance thing they don't actually make you a full-time storyboard artist set up jobs on they'll call you because यस्तो हुन्छ यो डाइरेक्टर्सहरुको चाहिँ like they don't necessarily need storyboarding के कुनै जसले चाहिँ फर्मालिटीको लागि गर्छ मेनली यो कोक एडहरुले चाहिँ फर्मालिटीको लागि गर्छ क्या बिकज यिनीहरुको चाहिँ अप्रुभल चाहिन्छ नि त इन्डियामा चाहिँ यिनीहरुको अलिकति स्टोरी बोर्ड रिक्वायर्ड हुन्छ नि त बिफोर त्यो होल थिङ प्रोसेस गर्नको लागि सो इफ लाइक त्यो थिएन भने त दे डोन्ट इभन निड स्टोरी बोर्डिङ के सो लाइक त्यो अनस्टेबल जब चाहिँ एकदम त्यो फुल टाइम चाहिँ गर्ने मिल्दैन क्या
राइट सो अलिकति we go back to your 8 घण्टा गर्यो भनेको थियो नि like live sketching we have a question is it important for artists like yourself to do some specific exercise like do you have a
धेरै बस्यो नि स्ट्यान्ड अप स्ट्रेच स्ट्रेच गर्दै गो अप दे माथि चाहिँ एकछिन कम्प्युटर बन्द गर यस्तो हार्ड रिन्छ बिकज यस्तो एङ्कल त्यो रिस्ट पेन होला होइन स्ट्रेचिङ गर्ने जस्ट टेक अ ब्रेक हुन्छ मलाई पनि आई डिड लाइक वान टाइम मैले लाइफ स्केचिङमा चाहिँ मेन त यु हेभ टु टेक नि ब्रेक नि बिकज यस्तो रिल्याक्स गरेर बनाउने होइन यु हेभ टु लाइक यस्तो पोस्चर बनाएर गर्नुपर्छ क्या एकदम अनकम्फर्टेबल पोजिसन हुन्छ एन्ड यु हेभ टु लिन फरवर्ड बिकज त्यो के अरे इजल पनि त्यस्तै छ नि त फेरि अनि त्यही भएर ब्रेक त ब्रेकै लिनै पर्छ इट्स द सेम थिङ एज लाइक बिङ कम्प्युटर अल डे ड्रइङ्स सिटिङ अन टेबल अल डे त्यो सेम थिङ नै हो क्या there's not much difference धेरै बसेर
I think the next comic series could be Momo Boya showing some exercise during lockdown so people can know because they tend to follow what Momo Boya says and does and also एउटा अर्को casual artist को अर्को question is how do you deal with exclamation asterisk clients how do you deal with those clients who are not in good terms भनौँ न
मैले चाहिँ धेरै सिकेको छ यो क्लाइन्ट ह्यान्डलिङ बिकज अहिले आजकल चाहिँ म धेरै क्लाइन्टसँग झगडा गर्छु बिकज यहाँ चाहिँ कस्तो छ नि लाइक दे ट्राई टु उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ एउटा भिजुअली यिनीहरूको आइडिया त आइडिया हुन्छ नि यस्तो गर्छु त्यस्तो गर्छु तर यिनीहरूको चाहिँ भिजुअली त्यो भिजुअलाइजेसन चाहिँ हुँदैन क्या भन्ने मात्रै फाल्टो भन्ने हुन्छ देन दे जस्ट पिच इन द आइडिया चाहिँ जस्ट पिचिङ मात्रै गर्दै फाल्टो नि नो डुइङ अल द वर्क लास्टमा आएर यस्तो त राम्रो देखेन लेट्स गो ब्याक टु द ओल्ड डिजाइन भन्छ त्यस्तो हुन्छ क्या बिकज उनीहरूलाई एउटा भिजुअलाइजेसन नै हुन्छ क्या सो आई हाइली रेकमेन्ड दोज फ्रिल्यान्सिङ आर्टिस्ट टु एक्चुली when you propose your design of basic concept you have to persuade them के राम्रो हुँदैन भन्नै पर्छ एकदम भन्नुपर्छ नट यो doing back and forth modification एडिट गरिरहेको हुन्छ क्या मैले चाहिँ त्यस्तै गर्थेँ क्या एकदम पोसेको हुन्छ यो न मेरो भ्यूमा चाहिँ यस्तो राम्रो देख्दैन मेरो भ्यूमा यस्तो गर्दा ठिक हुन्छ भन्छ I try to persuade them changes नगरेर because like if you allow them to make changes and गरेको चाहिँ नेपालमा चाहिँ फेरि बाहिर चाहिँ लाइक कुहिरे भनौँ आउटसाइड नेपाल भनौँ न आउटसाइड नेपालमा चाहिँ दे मान्छ लिन्छ बिकज यिनीहरूको चाहिँ सिस्टम अर्कै हुन्छ क्या यिनीहरूको पेमेन्ट सिस्टम अर्कै हुन्छ दे युजली सम आर्टिस्ट चार्ज बेस्ड अन हाउ मच मोडिफिकेसन डु क्या त्यस्तो छ क्या बाहिर नेपालमा चाहिँ त्यस्तो गर्नै मिल्दैन क्या गर्छु भने या आई क्यान ट्राई बट मान्दैन क्या ट्राई त्यस्तो सिक्दै लिँदैन क्या प्रोजेक्टै लिँदैन कि मान्दैन वर्क हुन्थ्यो क्या हो त्यस्तो छ क्या त्यो नेपालमा चाहिँ अलिक स्टिल ओल्ड सिस्टम अफ क्लाइन्ट बेस्ड त्यो ट्रान्जेक्सन छ क्या त्यही भएर अलि मिल्दैन है नेपालमा गर्नु चाहिँ सो तर जे भए पनि आई जस्ट रेकमेन्ड टु पर्सुएट
Right, but there are clients who are open to your ideas also. Like I've seen you do murals, and bela you kind of insert Momo Boya in the design as Easter egg. People can figure out Momo Boya kahan cha bhanera. So, what is your dream project? के छ त्यस्तो के सोचा छ यस्तो चाहिँ गर्न पाए हुन्थ्यो भनेर
ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट चाहिँ मेबी कार्टुन सिरिज
मोमो बोयाकै कार्टुन सिरिज
Yeah, sure. हुन्छ त्यही आई थट अफ डुइङ कार्टुन एज वेल तर ट्राई पनि गर्थेँ एनिमेसन्सहरू पनि नट दोज भ्याक्टर बेस्ड त्यस्तो होइन मोर ट्रेडिसनल फिल्म एनिमेसन कार्टुन्सहरू गरेको छ देन आई रियलाइज वान थिङ के बरु I'm not, because animation and illustration, it's two different things. Okay? Two different things, because animation you have to keep drawing frames and frames and frames and frames and frames. And then I realized मलाई चाहिँ एकदम repetitive काम गर्ने मन लाग्दैन क्या, because once I draw something, I don't like drawing again. Okay? And I realized like animation is not entirely my thing. Man to man पर्छ, but not entirely. Maybe I think like I hire somebody more direction दिने क्या, त्यो story दिने director हुने producer हुने. So त्यही एउटा somewhere along the line.
Okay, so I think there are a lot of people here who would love to see Momo Boya in a comic and like animation form. So a question from Mr. Blue is how to overcome this feeling of, is it okay to say no to them as in clients? How to overcome that feeling?
Yeah, like sometimes like म पनि त्यस्तो भएको थियो, like पैसा चाहिरहेको हुन्छ तर पनि कामै गर्ने मन लाग्दैन हुन्छ, like it's not my thing भएर. तर मैले चाहिँ I highly recommend, if you don't feel like doing it, नगर क्या, because it's not going to be worth it. Because one एउटा example चाहिँ कोकको थियो क्या, त्यही कोकको गरेको story boarding. The money was good, एकदम high price दिएको थियो कि नेमलाई. But मलाई अनि को वहाँ मेरो फर्स्ट टाइम एडभर्टिजमेन्टको थियो नि त, त्यतिबेला फर्स्ट मेरो फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट थियो नि त, एडमा स्टोरी बोर्ड गर्ने, त्यो पनि कोक छ त बिग कम्पनी, वाउ, त्यो त मलाई पनि हुन्छ नि त, एक्सपोजर हुन्छ होला, बिग थिङ त हुन्छ होला, एक्सपिरियन्स पनि हुन्छ, अनि लाइक वाउ गर्नु मन लाग्छ, त्यो गरे बिचमा लाइक after I regretted, okay, I didn't even like, I don't even care coke or जे भने I didn't like, because the working process नै राम्रो भएन, it wasn't the way I wanted to be के, गरे and like the director चाहिँ कस्तो भयो नि, मैले बनाएँ like he didn't even entirely thoroughly see through के, just हेरेर ल भएन यो खै यो त्यस्तो भयो क्या, like मेरो 20 minutes of काम, he just give a 5-second glance and त्यस्तो के, like एकदम त्यो रेस्पेक्ट आर्ट हुने रेस्पेक्ट नै आएन क्या. So like some works like राम्रो त सुन्छ हैन, बिग प्रोजेक्टको हुन्छ, पे धेरै हुन्छ, तर if you don't, तर you once you start doing it, you realize that it's not even going to be worth it. Learn to say no. मैले पनि धेरै रिजेक्ट गरेछ.
Luckily you didn't reject our live session to reject गरेन हैन, which is on a good side for us. So moving on with your work, so you started Momo Boya बनाए, Deluded Dreamer बनाए, then you were into animation, little bit of short animation of your characters ni, and there's at the right time ma casual artist wrote your Sega inspired 8-bit animations are amazing लेखेछ हैन. So त्यो हुन्छ नि त्यो के भन्छ एनिमेसन यसलाई एनिमेट गर्छु अथवा यो 8-बिट गर्छु भनेर चाहिँ कहाँबाट आयो?
म चाहिँ अब 90s मा एरामा ग्रो अप भएको, सो मेरो चाहिँ फर्स्ट कन्सोल सिस्टम हो सेगा जेनेसिस थियो, त्यति बेला टन्न खेल्थेँ सेगाहरू. सो सेगा गेम चाहिँ मेरो एउटा उनी हो, इट्स वान अफ माई चाइल्डहुड फाउन्डेसन. सो ड्र गर्दाखेरि लाइक one thing I realized, like when you're drawing the same thing over and over again, it starts to get monotonous. Like comics banaya, and then everyday comics, like you start getting a bit demotivated. Like garden man nalagne ke, like like what if I want to try something new? Okay? I want to try something new, something different. Animation is animation, but animation, but how about like maybe a pixel art a pixel art because and then like brought a lot of memories, nostalgia, and I start falling in love with pixel art, and I wanted to do work with pixel art. मैले tutorials software research software and then like that's how I got into pixel art, and then I actually liked it. Pixel art, but it's very hard to pixel art बनाउने. Not easy.
And त्यो माथि एनिमेट पनि गर्नु पर्यो हैन?
Oh yeah, it's extremely hard, not easy pixel art.
So for anybody who might be interested, if you could tell us तिमीले के युज गर्छौ, because क्यामेराहरुको if you interview photographer videographer tools को कुरा गरिहाल्थ्यो हैन, अनि I might well take this question, like what is the current tool that you use, including software or hardware ma?
I'm using it. Nothing fancy. Yeah, I'm using this Wacom. So yeah, so my friend bought this for me from Hong Kong. It's a intuitive Wacom. I think everybody has it. Nepal one pounds. So Nepal like the Momo. 18, 15, 18,000 kati ko I forgot. Expensive. So Wacom intuitive salon. Their software is always Photoshop go-to software. So that's all.
So
nothing fancy.
So Timro, your artworks are not vectored, right? It's all bitmap.
No. Mala vector. I don't like working with vector. Vector you're very limited. I mean, it's clean line though. Ekdam limited your brush presets then your coloring detail एकदम limited गर्छ क्या. So it's एकदम flexible छैन है vector मा फेरि. त्यही भएर.
Okay, I think people are quite interested about the stickers, so let me repeat this again. So for people on Facebook and on Zoom, if you are interested to receive free stickers from Gnome, please message us your name, phone number, and email addresses, and we'll try to get back to you. And if you want to win Gnome ko one of the comic books, you need to join us on Zoom because after Party Bella, we'll be listing all the names and doing lucky draw, and then we'll figure out after lockdown kasari comic book puraउने भनेर. So yeah, message us your name, email, and phone number. अनि comic जित्नको लागि चाहिँ you come to our Zoom को channel, which is already हाम्रो Facebook page मा mentioned छ कसरी गर्ने भनेर. So that's it, हैन. अब before I think we are nearing an end to our conversation, हैन. So people, if you have more questions, do let us know. अनि कहाँ मेसेज गर्ने? Facebook मा मेसेज गरे पनि हुन्छ. So people are asking कहाँ मेसेज गर्ने हैन. So Facebook मा मेसेज गर्ने हाम्रो सत्यको पेजमा, and then we'll find a way to get back to you. So now talking about comic scene in Nepal, the comic con पनि अहिले खूब चलिरहेछ नेपालमा हैन. In fact, there are I think 2 comic con हुन्छ के अरे अहिले त हैन, like 2 different parties doing it or something like that, you know. So what's your experience नेपालमा comic con को अनि the overall comic scene in Nepal?
I think it's like actually going better and better each year because I didn't expect this to khatra. And when I went to my first Comic Con with Gigi, and it's like, oh my god, it's so crowd ekdam massive I was like, not bad. Nepal one So actually, it was actually very worldwide. Even cosplay पनि झन् राम्रो हुने गएछ क्या every year. So it's like the cosplayers are actually getting good and good. एकदम competitive पनि हुन थालेछ क्या. So that's actually really good to see at the comics, I think. So Nepalमा चल्छ, it's going gradually growing.
Have you participated in any Comic Con as like cosplay गरेर कि you've always been?
No.
You're not a cosplay guy.
Not a cosplay guy.
So I think next Comic Con ma cosplay ma we would love to see you as Momo Boya or Deluded Dreamer, हैन?
No. Deluded Dreamer सजिलो छ, just त्यही orange jacket लाउनु, त्यो त म सधैँ गरिरहेको
हुन्छ. We have a question. I think we missed this earlier. Galaxy Note 3 is writing, what other ways do you express yourself besides art?
I don't think there's any other way because म त जहिले drawing गरेको हुन्छ. Expressive चाहिँ
Cooking?
छैन यार. I don't no cooking त्यति गर्दैन. More like art नै गर्छ because there's no other way for me. I think I just realized that त्यो question. Because I've not done anything besides art to express. Because म जे draw नगर्नु पाइने, I always find some things to do on small paper, notepad, S pen already draw गर्छु क्या. So like there's no other way. I don't think I have any other way. So that's very sad. No option.
I think you have. I think you have a way because people are mentioning about your fish aquarium. So maybe you spend time with them.
Fish एकदम, it was like it was like one of those times like the down center, and I was like I need to do something, a change of environment खोजेको नि त मैले पनि. Zoom मा मैले rearrange गर्यो अनि it worked for a while, अनि फेरि when you started getting used to it and then when started getting stagnant again, the same thing भयो. And I thought maybe aquarium राख्यौँ भनेर, fish tank राख्यौँ भनेर सोचेको. And yeah, actually I quite helped because fish tank चाहिँ तिमीले हेरेको गर्न सकिन्छ क्या. It's like एकदम relaxing छ क्या. It's like next to my bed क्या. सुन्दाखेरि पनि त्यो you can listen to this bubbles, त्यो tap pump को पानी सुन्दा एकदम soothing हुन्छ. So it's like white noises भनौँ न.
White noise, yeah. So more questions flooding in, हैन. एउटा चाहिँ Labesh Shrestha, our very own Labesh Shrestha is asking, any new character are you going to introduce soon in future?
एउटा Deluded Dreamer I'm currently thinking. The problem is when you're making a new character, you have to find how to introduce them. Okay. One of the you have to find a way to introduce the character to the storyline, to the concept. But for now, new characters चाहिँ अहिलेको लागि मोमो बोयको सिरिजमै छ त्यो भिलन्सहरू छ मिस्ट्री भिलन्सहरू सो त्यही हुन्छ न्यू क्यारेक्टरहरू
यसमै aptly एउटा question आएको छ from Sabrina. Do you plan to make a love story of Momo Boya in future? Maybe he meets Achar girl.
Okay, the thing is like मलाई चाहिँ मेरो चाहिँ personal opinion है I don't like love stories because love story मा चाहिँ I don't feel interested or एकदम मलाई उ गर्दैन क्या like enjoy भन्नु नि because I feel like the same thing boy meets girl, girl meets girl, they fall in love, have drama, or the Korean just one of them started to have to middle illness, they cry. It's the same thing. It's like the same concept. And what's so interesting about it?
The story gets complicated, right?
And then त्यही हुन्छ त्यही भएर मैले चाहिँ लभ स्टोरी चाहिँ अभोइड गर्छु क्या गऱ्यो भने चाहिँ आई मेक इट सो डार्क एन्ड ग्रिम हो एकदम ट्विस्ट राखेर गर्छु क्या तर त्यो लोभी डोभी गर्ने चाहिँ मैले सक्दिनँ क्या बनाउने पनि लाइक आई डोन्ट फिल द्याट इन्टु ड्रइङ लभ स्टोरिज
So अर्को question is Momo Boya veg or non-veg?
Yeah, mystery. I'm not gonna say that's a secret. A hero never tells his secret.
So another on a serious note, from Tinted Canvas, any negative comments you have received about your work and how you deal with it?
Yeah, because when you go up so high, you're always gonna go down eventually because the राम्रो comment entirely it's because every day rainbows and butterflies criticism is part of an artist's life. So yeah, Momo Boya पनि आएको थियो because सुरुमा because now that I look at the criticism like they actually right सोचेको मैले because त्यति बेला चाहिँ I was like भर्खर सुरेको and I had no idea with no direction and मेरो story चाहिँ जे पाइ त्यो हुन्थ्यो क्या people was finding it like lame त्यस्तो त्यस्तो comment पनि आउँथ्यो कि बेला बेला like त्यति बेला चाहिँ म चाहिँ त्यति चाहिँ I didn't care that much and when I think about it it's like yeah they are actually right ठिकै भन्थ्यो एकदम lame त्यो storyहरू so yeah most of my critics say this drawing त छैन it's more like story मा हुन्छ so that was my critics and then don't take it by your heart एक person चाहिँ नलियो कहिले criticism because like these things are like bound to happen हुन आउने नि जे गरे पनि आउँछ criticism develop a strong mindset take it constructively and like learn to just let it go एउटा सुन्ने अब खाल्ने and just do your own thing because not everybody is gonna like because सबैले चाहिँ एउटा चिज चाहिँ मन पर्दैन because some people may like it some people won't like it but त्यही हो that's the facts त्यही हो
So our question is do you plan to give a backstory of Momo Boya any day like his childhood and stuff?
Actually yeah so what's one of my plot net here so I haven't looked into it तर एउटा कन्सेप्टमा मैले चाहिँ जस्तो राखिरहेको छु मैले त्यो चाहिँ गर्ने बाँकी छ इट्स मोर टु कम सुन still working on it
So we are slowly wrapping up our thing because we've already taken quite a lot of time of Noam but again if you have any questions
cool
Facebook you're free so if you have any questions Facebook ma like if you need to ask please write to us as we are slowly wrapping up and again Zoom we will continue like 20-30 minutes more of this after party so now when it comes to e-comics Nepal ma I think you are on one of the forefront e-comics because you have your webtoons website you've added all your comics so what other artists do you recommend or do you follow or so webtoons overall kuraharu chai ke cha
webtoons if you're going into webtoons because Nepali चलाउँछ webtoons तर त्यस्तो high number छैन क्या so if you're like going into webtoons तिम्रो नेपाली comics त्यति चल्दैन क्या maybe the only audience you're gonna have are Nepali webtoon users भनौँ न So don't expect a lot of followers, viewers, but so if you're going into webtoon, more make comics more universal, universal comics, so every racial nationality can enjoy it. So that's one of the reason why मैले मोमो भयो पनि webtoon नराखेको क्या, because मैले राखेको चाहिँ कुहिरेले कसैले पनि बुझ्दैन नेपाली बाहेक. So अरू छ नि यहाँ नेपालीमा टन्न कमिक आर्टिस्टहरू छ नि. I think I saw somebody त्यो यहाँ ब्लू भन्ने छ, and then this I have this follower, this Aista भन्ने छ, she's good. It's a webtoon she's recently put. अनि Felicin भन्ने Felicin and Felicin छ, he's like learning how to draw. And then Teldum भन्ने छ, and just त्यो के अरे
So we really need to get a list out and maybe share our social media, just to promote every artist. So for people listening, watching, if you have any recommendation on Nepali comic artists, do write their Instagram or any link to their work, and we'll try to promote them in any way possible. Coming back to social media, we have a question from Yach. I have terrible pronouncing the name, but yes, which is the social media where you reach your audience the most? Instagram? How do you reach your audience?
Instagram, because like I let the platform is so powerful and so big, it has like become a major platform for all artists. Before that, there was DeviantArt here. But DeviantArt was like just an art community, and then the thing, but सुरुमा राम्रो थियो DeviantArt, then it started getting जेपाइटे हुन थाल्यो के, like non-sequel मान्छेहरु आएर के पोज गर्न थाल्यो के. So DeviantArt lost its meaning. अहिले still चलिरहेछ. Then ever since Instagram मा आयो, and then त्यति बेला चाहिँ मैले just हल्का हल्का आर्टहरु पोस्ट गर्थ्यो, because I wasn't much of a selfie person. आफ्नो फोटो राखेर यस्तो मान्छे थिएन त्यति बेला, rarely. And then I realized Instagram money comics are different, like months by the famous big comic artists. And I was like, oh yeah, I think Instagram months all that. And then they have this swipe system. The swipe system done ekdam ramro banayo comics viewing like everyone can view the. So it was like, yeah, Instagram is main platform banayeko so far.
So do you plan to produce a website or something long term जस्तो गर्नलाई के सोचिरहेको छ त्यस्तो?
Website you have to be really big to have your own website. एकदम famous हुनु पर्यो के website बनाउनको लागि. So I'm not in that level yet. I'm just locally okay lah.
You are already internationally famous in Nepal, so you can actually start with a free website. Domain चाहिँ register गरिहाल before somebody else picks it up.
Quite a long way. I'm not in that level yet because I don't think I'm that big.
We do have some personal questions related to Momo Boya, that we can open up Zoom after party open maybe the person asking can ask more detailed question about Momo Boya. Slowly let's come to the end of the whole thing. So when you do a comic strip, like you said, writing comment so is that demotivating or in some ways or how do you cope with that? Writing, I know you know what to draw, but the thing is you don't know what to write. How do you deal with that situation?
I have to start improvising a lot, because when let's say there's so many times and then I scrap it off. Then I start back again. So a lot of my drawings are all in the rubbish. We finish out of this scrap off. So yeah, like you have to like really think another person's perspective, like the cost of feel that you can always, I know like art expression when you're doing it for an audience, you have to like really think like how are the audience are going to react, how are they going to see this, that's one of the few things that you need to include while you're doing scripting, writing, drawing comics. And if you're like someone who just wants popularity, ton of followers, ton of likes, you have to go mainstream. What's like memes and memes type art बनाउने हो त्यस्तो हुन्छ के. So it's like entirely depends on the individual how they want to go each direction.
And also when you we have a question saying, do you write for the audience or for the story? So यसमा चाहिँ what's your way?
Most of the times I write for myself because rarely I follow what a popular memes because I just laugh at my own jokes. तर यो कमिक्सहरू चाहिँ it's for my own because मैले सोच्दाखेरि this is gonna be really interesting, this is really cool idea भनेर सोच्थेँ क्या मैले. And then the example was त्यो मैले त्यो जोम्बीको बनाएको थिएँ नि त्यो स्टोरी त्यो दुईटा. So that was मेरो माइन्डमा थियो क्या, I actually wanted एकदम दामी लाग्थ्यो मैले. It was running through my head and head, I just didn't know how to made it into a story. त्यो थियो क्या. So most of the times, yes, I just do it for myself. Yeah. And they surprisingly एकदम positive views आएको थियो.
So finally, okay, wait. What do you think? Okay, what do you think of the past Insta algorithm and the present algorithm for artists in general?
Oh, good question. पहिलाको Instagram चाहिँ it was really सजिलो. It was really nice to get exposure, self-expose हुनेको एकदम राम्रो थियो क्या. तर अहिलेको Instagram algorithm चाहिँ एकदम control गरेर चाहिँ engage, it demands engagement because like if your post is not getting a lot of likes, a lot of comments भने चाहिँ त्यो feedमा आउँदैन क्या. And then on top of that त्यो feed पनि they have के अरे scripted into like आफ्नो के धेरै ब्राउज गरिरहेको छ त्यो अनुसार गरेछ क्या त्यो. Like if you वर्कआउट भिडियो हेरिराख्यो भने तिम्रो फिडमा चाहिँ वर्कआउट भिडियो मात्रै आइरहेको छ क्या. हो त्यस्तो गरेर चाहिँ एल्गोरिदम. सो त्यही भएर चाहिँ एकदम त्यो लिमिटेड गरेर चाहिँ पहिला त एकदम ऱ्यान्डम आउँथ्यो नि त, जे चलेछ त्यही आउँथ्यो नि त, जसले नयाँ खोजेको त्यही आउँथ्यो क्या फिडमा. अहिले बिकज अफ द नयाँ स्क्रिप्ट त्यो तिम्रो वाट एभर यु ब्राउज द मोस्ट त्यो अनुसार आउँछ क्या फिडमा. त्यही भएर त्यो आर्टिस्टहरूलाई चाहिँ एकदम ह्याम्पर गर्छ त्यो एल्गोरिदमतिर. आई थिङ्क अ लट अफ famous artists were talking about it, the algorithm.
Yeah. So the good and bad side of social media. Follow
yeah,
Nozomi on Instagram.
Like and comment God wants artists. It's not because if you want to be famous, because it helps to break the algorithm, so it can reach out more people.
Yeah, so हामीले गर्दा नि नोमलाई अनि other comic artists from Nepal will follow and comment and share their work. #break the algorithm होला हैन. Let's trend the break. Let's trend the hashtag. So finally, as a closing this session, what piece of advice would you like to give to aspiring comic artists?
Okay, यो त धेरै छ कुरा.
Yes, please.
एकदम लामो हुन्छ है यो.
I mean, we can wait.
First of all, like if you're someone just starting to learn to draw, referencing watch a lot of reference. For those who just don't know how to draw, get to draw what the it's good to reference it, but try to avoid copying. Like when you're doing fan art or fan art like when you're doing a fan art, you realize that you actually can draw color. Like try to draw your own thing. Fan art, because you already have these drawing skills, coloring skills. You already master it. Just how about try drawing your own character? Just like do your own thing. It's much more fun doing your own thing than just drawing the same. Or it's not that fun anymore. Okay? And then those who are like being start idea art blog like artists like try different things, naya skills try because more than art block when you it's mostly because when you're doing the same thing over and over and it becomes some repetitive. You're forcing yourself to do the same thing over and over again. So try new things, like if you're drawing, maybe try animating, or maybe a different drawing style, coloring change. If you're drawing a character, comic wise, if you're drawing a comic character, maybe change up the character a bit, or add perspective. Perspective art. I learned that a lot in City Rasa perspective. So त्यो अहिले for now I'm doing a perspective art सिकिरहेको छ so त्यही हो learn new things keep learning new things okay don't stay in the same zone over and over and over again boring नै हुन्छ
All right, so that's your final words, isn't it?
yeah shorten गरेको
Shorten गरेको. Okay, so before we close, very reminder, Noam is giving away his stickers, so Facebook bhakoले I've seen some people already writing the names, email address, or already started messaging us. So again, if you want Noamको stickers, do write message us your name, email, phone number. हाम्रो फेसबुकमा अनि those who are on Zoom, you might be one of the lucky winners to get Noamको comic. अनि फेसबुककोहरू if you want to win Noamको comic, come over हाम्रो Zoomमा, Facebook पेजमा हाम्रो Zoomको एड्रेसहरू सबै छ. So त्यति बेला join गर्नु and then we'll do a lucky draw. So thank you so much Noam for joining us for this live session. It was really interesting getting to know you.
continue हुन्छ यो
continue गर्ने अझै. So thank you so much again. Zoom मा चाहिँ we will stick around for a while. Facebook मा चाहिँ this is it. And we'll be back again in few days time with another guest. It will be interesting again. Again, Noam is saying Zoom ma out. So people who are on Facebook, time to close your Facebook and come over for Zoom. Thank you so much, Noam.